She smiles at you, she'll say that angels don't lie. Angels don't lie.
Hey guys, welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeanne Street, here on KBJB Radio, and I am ready to rock and roll with you guys tonight. I had a very busy week, and I'm sure everybody did too. It is that time of year. So let me give you the number first so you guys know you can call in. We're going to have a pretty amazing topics tonight, and I want to hear from you. 646-891-5252. That's right. That's 646-891-5252.
You got it right.
So first,
awesome.
Let's start by saying Happy Hanukkah to all of our friends out there who are Jewish and are celebrating. This is the first night, so I wanted to wish you all a very happy and healthy Hanukkah. And it falls on a very special day. Today is 12/12, which is a very high vibrational number for all of us, really. And if you're paying attention to energy, 12/12, it symbolizes spiritual growth and awakening. And it's a great time to manifest your desires and your soul's desires. So not only what's in your heart, but what's in your life, what's best for you, what you're longing for. So, and when you tune into your faith, then you are unwavering. You open up that faith. 12/12 will help you really stay steadfast and true to those things that you're moving in alignment for. So tonight we're talking about love, money, and abundance, and the lack thereof, because it seems to be the theme that's been going on, with people around me and with clients as well. And I've been watching it on, social media too. There's just this energy that's going on, people blasting and putting all their efforts out on being angry about all the chaotic events going on. So, so much going on. So much going on. Right, Casey? You guys got a lot going on over there too, right?
Always seems like we have a little bit of activity going on around here.
Little activity, yep. And so we were talking the other day in the studio. Your ears might have been ringing. One of my clients came in and she said, I listened to the show and I love to hear about Casey's, if he's journaling and when he's not, because I feel so much better about myself. So I thought that was great because you make people feel good that they're not doing it too.
I want to show you something though. Hold on.
Oh, good. Ooh, which one do you have? He's got the Goddess University. I can't see that.
Got it. It's the Goddess Workshop #1.
Okay.
And I, watched the intro video and then another video, and then I pretty much read through the whole thing real quick. The paper here, and then I kind of focused today on the breath awareness, because we talk about breathing a lot on the show, and you had these different breathing techniques. Some of them that I haven't heard of, so it was interesting, and I've been trying some different ones.
So Casey is talking about the Goddess University, the Members Club, which, by the way, we've left it open. Today is supposed to be the last day, but we've decided to let it go through until the beginning of the new year. We're just going to let it be because so many people are worried. They wanted to get in before the holidays. I've gotten lots of different comments, so we're not pushing it, but we're not closing it either. So you have until after the new year to get in if that's what you would like. It does make a really awesome gift, because if you know somebody that wants to, change their life, if you want to support that, that love, it makes a perfect gift. You could do it with your girlfriend, a great gift for your sister, or for you and your husband to do. It's a cool thing. So Casey is inside University, Goddess University, and he is taking one of the master classes. So Casey, when you go in, it's pretty easy to navigate, right?
Yes, I had no trouble navigating right to the, it pretty much guides you to take, was it 3 paths, right?
Yep.
And this is the one I've really been trying to focus on, is my, better connection. And so obviously I went down that path for me, but there's others.
So we set it up so there'd be like a beginning, kind of like a middle, and then like more, I like to say, advanced. So you could go in any stage that you want, and you can move along to any of the 9 live masterclasses that we have right now in any order that you want. So you decided to go with the goddess one to begin.
Right. Yep.
And so each one has a intro video. Did you like that? Because it kind of told you what to look forward to and what you were doing in that?
Yep.
Very clear.
And it's nice having this little printed workbook too, so I don't have to worry. I can throw it in my backpack, or I can, I don't have to worry about carrying my iPad with, or computer with, or even trying to look it up on the phone or something. I got a little piece of paper here, take some notes.
Yep.
Old fashioned, I guess, but it's nice to have that sitting out in front of me too.
Yeah, so we made it so you could download it and print it, or some people like to do it right on the computer, so it's a PDF, and you can have the ability with through Adobe, I think it's Acrobat, you can go in and you can write right on the computer. So either way that you want to fill out that workbook out, you can do. So kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy. What about your goddess journal? Are you working with that, or you put that aside? Because it's kind of this.
Well,
you're doing the
right. It's a little the same, right? So, and I thought that there was but there's looks like some a couple of things here that might help me get going a little bit on my journaling.
Yeah, because it's a little bit more involved. It kind of gives you more action steps to take than just doing it on your own.
Right. Gives you activities rather than trying like a start here on a blank page, like
Right.
So I like that.
I think that with anything that we're doing in life, it's always hard to make that first step, to commit to do it, because we don't know what it's going to look like or what the other side of that's going to be. And this really falls in with what we're going to talk about with that self-love and abundance. And we don't know what it's going to look like in our lives to have an abundance, especially when we're lacking. And we more know what the lack looks like. And so we can get stuck in that every day of it's not good enough, or I'm not feeling well, or we don't have, there's not enough money. How will I manage to pay these bills? So it can be completely overwhelming for us. And when we learn to kind of balance our energy and understand, why we might have a lack of, well, we can see the greater picture. We can make some changes that are needed. But let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about first what it feels like to have the lack of, because I think that's a common thread we all have. I've seen it with many clients. I've seen it with family members. I've felt it as well in different ways. So, you know what I'm talking about, Casey?
Yeah, it's not just about money. It could be a lack of love. It could be a lack of friendship, or, a better family relationship. Right. A lot of different things that a person could feel lack of that they want more of, Yeah.
And it's lonely. Feeling like you don't have what you want can make you feel like a big piece of crap. You can feel like, unworthy. And so those are the self-sabotaging behaviors that come in, because it is a lack of self-worth when we feel no abundance. We don't feel supported by friends. We don't feel supported by a spouse or a partner. We don't feel supported by money. So, if we talk about this in terms of like the goddess principles, we'll go right to number 8. The God's principle number 8, which is healthy, wealthy, and wise. And, if you've been able to go along through any of the principles, you'll see that there's a pattern to them. There's a reason why we go in order, because how can you even get to healthy, wealthy, and wise if you're not self-loving? If you haven't quieted your mind, if you haven't learned to, understand how that fear tone is overtaking the love tone. So, I was working with a client earlier this week who's really doing a wonderful job with her journaling, and she took it out and she showed me, and I could see, she brought it to the session so I could see it, which was such a beautiful validation for me that the work is so important, not just for my own well-being, but for others as well. So she showed me her journal. She's colored in some of the mandalas that are inside the journal that Carrie has made, and just beautifully written her words, and she's layered it with some other things that belong to her, making it her own, claiming it her own healing space within these pages, which is incredible. And that's what we can do when we commit to ourselves to making a change. So she's working on that love list and that fear list. And she's like, I can't even believe like the fear list is the only one I've gotten tones out of. I'm not even talking to myself out of love. Did you ever make your list, Casey?
I did make that list, but it's in my journal. I was going to look back on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you notice how many more fear things you say to yourself than love things?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
People are usually generally pretty hard on themselves for whatever reason.
Right. And then we have our friends, the importance of friendships. We have our partners in life or our spouses, and they support us. And sometimes we get so close, we forget to, we might get judgmental. We might like shut them out and feel like they don't know or they can't help us. And then we'll turn to our friends. And a good friend will have your back. A good friend will say, the truth to you and stand and support you, which is so lovely. I'm always in awe of KJ and all the people that she knows and how lovely people love her. Have you ever noticed that, Case? I'm sure you have.
Yes, but she's got a good ear, so she'll listen to people. I hear her listening.
She listens.
Right.
That's the most important thing. She listens. And so when we're having, this feeling of being stuck and not having the things that we feel that we need to survive, we'll forget about those outside things. And we will actually, it's that fight or flight syndrome where we'll either argue it out, we'll start blasting another person, we'll start, getting really up that we're not having and we're not being fulfilled. And, we'll just go in these aggressive ways, or we might go to that avoiding mode. That avoidance where we go within and we shut down and we don't even deal with the problems. We don't pay our bills. We don't phone people back. We don't, take care of emails. We'll just avoid. We won't clean our house. We won't go to the bank. We won't do things because if we don't do them, maybe they'll go away. But we all know that's never the case, right? It usually builds up and gets worse and worse and worse until it kind of implodes on us, and then we have to take action. And that's where a lot of anxiety and depression come from, because we're not able to get out of those things. And some of that is not just, from us, from being in this life of who we are. Some of those things are actually learned behaviors. They're how the cycle of living, of where we came from and what we were taught, even in school. And so things were really hard in your relationships growing up. You may also experience the same thing as an adult. But those things that happened in your childhood, they weren't meant to break you and to stop you. They were actually meant to give you lessons, to help you to propel, to move forward, to teach you to do different, to choose love rather than the fear. But it's complicated, right?
Sure is. I watched an interesting video today by Jim Carrey. I'll post it in The Angels Don't Lie, about love versus fear.
Up with who? Jim
Carrey, yeah. He was at a commencement speech. I freaking
love Jim Carrey. I've been talking about him lately, and I like him because he's very spiritual, very connected. So I want to see that.
Okay.
What you were talking about. So when we kind of go back, let me go back to the energy and, talking about the love and abundance and the lack of. And the main reasons that we feel lack of in life are due to thoughts and actions that are born from fear. So whether they're a learned fear that we were taught, or they're kind of a fear that we've taken on, an energy, something we just learned to do. And that can be, those can look like competition, when we're very competitive and we feel like we have to fight to get what we need in life and to get where we need to go. So we're very competitive and we got to take action and we got to go, we got to do. Jealousy, when we take a look at another person's life, or, you know, we're looking at outside of us, all around, rather than taking care of us. We're jealous of other people. We might not recognize that at first. We not even notice that we're jealous. But that jealousy can really sneak up and grab a hold of you and change the way you're living your life. Rather, out of compassion, you know, you're living more out of maybe sympathy or pity. So not out of true compassion. Another energy would be anger, you know, being very anxious and angry, and, you know, just always that fight thing, like always having to have something to say, always, you know, maybe putting somebody down rather than building up. And judgment, that kind of goes along with the anger, because they're kind of side by side. Anger, judgment, jealousy, competition. So those are the main things that will have us feeling the lack of when we don't deal with our anger from maybe past trauma, when we don't deal with our anger from losing our voice, from never being heard, from a child all the way to an adult. And so we're angry, but we don't address it. We don't take care of it. And we don't take our power back to have our voice heard in a great way, in a loving way, in a compassionate way. Those are ways that it can simply just come into our life. It's just kind of, bam, it's there. You know, being born into a family that's abusive. You know, I had a client that had come to me who had a lot of childhood abuse, a lot of, you know, different things that have happened to her throughout her whole life. And the self-loathing behavior that comes from that, you know, that was taught, that her needs weren't met, so she didn't know how to meet them herself. So as an adult, she had to go back and relearn how to be loved, how to take care of herself, how to be nurtured and forgive, and still have a relationship with her family, and you know, find the compassion to love them, and to realize that was a learned behavior on their part, and it really had nothing to do with her. Not that they wanted to cause pain or harm to her, but it was a learned behavior. But you can have the power to stop that. We have the ability to stop that energy and from passing down in our families. Powerful, powerful stuff. Self-loathing behavior will bring forth a lack or a lull in our receiving. So we can't receive when we're not loving ourselves. So abundance can't find its way to us. And abundance isn't about just money. It's not about, you know, the cha-ching. It's about the value of energy. It's about receiving love, relationships, healthy ones, about receiving good food. Wealth, I mean, wealth is everything, you know, and not just that material thing. The wealth of the people we know, like the wealth of our friendships and those relationships that we have, like KJ's relationships. I was talking about all the friends that she has. And these are really, it's not just superficial friends. These are people that love her and love her energy. And so that means something when we can connect with another soul and help them, whether it's through a friendship, whether it's just through lending a hand, whether it's having pure compassion, or rather over than pity, or, you know, like I said, sorry, my computer's like, do an update now. No, I'm not doing the update now. I'm in the middle of talking, computer. I want to update my Microsoft thing. What the heck is that? Compassion over sympathy or pity. You know, and having sympathy is really, we need to have sympathy for each other. But when it gets stuck and we don't take action, it's when we don't take action. So feeling sorry for somebody without taking action. You see somebody in pain and you don't do anything to help them. We're human. We all need a lending hand. We need a lending hand. We need help sometimes. We don't have to go it alone. So, self-loathing behaviors, giving your power away, meaning not saying what you need, not doing what you need, letting other people make decisions for you, never having an opinion. Oh, whatever, I'll just go along. Never saying what you really need and then not standing in it and maybe blaming others for just, not taking care of you. Blaming, unable to look at your role in the situation, whether this is a past event or a current event. So when we're blaming others and not taking on our role in that relationship, when we're not taking our role in the energy that happened, and we just stay in a blaming role, we aren't served. We can't heal. This is a big freaking topic, especially when you talk about people that have been in situations and harm has come to them. They've been hurt by another person physically, whether it's abusive relationship, whether somebody stole from them, somebody took from them, anything from them. How do you not blame that person for hurting you? How do you get out of that? And you have to find that way to see love, because love will have your back. Love will help you to move out of it, and compassion for yourself and for that person that caused you harm. And that's probably one of the hardest things that we're called to do.
The big forgiveness.
Yes. When somebody hurts you, it is really hard to say, I forgive you. When somebody hurts you.
I saw another video today about forgiveness, and it was from a woman that was in one of the German Nazi camps. And she told the story about her whole story, but in the end, it was about forgiveness, and it was pretty amazing.
It is pretty awakening when we can forgive. And you hear, like you said, like those tragedies, and somebody like that can find in their heart a way to forgive, because that helps her to have abundance. That helps her to have love rather than have the blame, the shame, and the grief.
Right.
And then be judgmental and competitive or jealous or anger. She's not carrying that anymore. She's releasing that so she can grow as a human being.
She definitely talked about the relief that came with it after 50 years.
Right. And so we can hold it as long as we think we need it. And guess what? I say this all the time. None of us are getting out of here alive. We're going to do that work here, or we're going to do it on the other side. So bet your ass if you do it here, you're going to feel so much better. And you're going to go over to your new life, your freed life, free of fear, free of all the anxious anxieties and earthly bound energies. And you're going to be that much closer to God. And your soul had then healed. Your soul has then learned the lesson it needed to come here to do. Lessons are not easy. They are not, and they're not for sissies. It's like I always said that about being a parent. Parenthood is not for sissies, because you got to step up to the plate. You got to do it. You sometimes have to be the bad guy. You sometimes have to be the friend, and you have to be available 24/7. Because your kids are going to need you for the rest of your life. And my mom always said that. She said, your kids are your kids for the rest of your life. You're always a mother. You're always a parent. You will always worry. And she's so true. It's so right. We're always that. Yeah. So much going on right now. So much going on. If you guys want to call in, 646-891-5252. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I know Rachel's listening. I wanted to give her a shout out. I'm just seeing KJ's texting me a few people. I'm trying to stay off my phone tonight, so I just can be more in the moment than I've been in the past. I'm just trying to make a conscious effort.
Well, we did have someone just trying to call the Skype, so I'm gonna
did?
Yeah, put the number out there again.
Perfect.
646. Yeah.
I thought you just did. I thought I just did it.
Yeah, I want you to put it out there one more time.
646-891-5252. Perfect. Listen, it takes a lot of courage to call in, and I know that. We've had weeks where we've had like 9 callers and weeks where we've had none, but it's okay. I'm still here. I'm going to be here. When you need, I will be available. We're also doing this is, I say we, my cousin Carrie, who works over in Spirit Healing Studio with me. We're doing a new Facebook Live Monday afternoon, Monday at 12:30 on my Facebook page. And we're going live, and I'm doing angel card readings. So I'm only pulling cards, but we're having a lot of fun. So we're reaching some new people and sharing some more angel messages in a really lighthearted way. So we're calling it Angel World. We get really silly, and yes, we swear, Casey. So you might put on your pretty headphones so you don't
I heard about that.
Our big bad girl words that we're sharing. But it's just another way to connect. If you don't want to call in the radio, this is another way you can connect and share with your peeps as well. So let's move forward. So where am I? What was I talking about?
This is I got a caller. Are you ready?
Got callers?
Yep.
Yes, I am. I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Hold on a second. Go.
Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. This is Karina.
Hi, Karina. How are you?
Absolutely fabulous. Now that I talk to you.
Oh, you're so sweet. What's happening?
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, I figure I'd call in before the year's out, and see what I'm looking like. I know you're talking about money and something else, right? If you're on the right path.
Money, self-love, abundance. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see where I'm at for the new year.
Where are you at? Like, are you just in that? Are you getting ready to do like your resolutions? Like, why are they showing me like that list?
Yeah, I do kind of have a list, somewhat. Yep. It's a mental list of the things that I want to accomplish for 2018.
Yeah.
It's going to be 7 years. 7 years now. 7's a special number, isn't it?
Yeah. So, it is a good number. I like your list. Right. I just want to tell you, I feel like, keep it simple on your list. I don't know. I don't know if the list is a little too long. Your grandmother's saying, like, this is not a book.
Okay.
This is a list, like top 3.
Okay. Top 3 things I want to do, right? Okay. Yeah,
because I feel like those are really doable. I love that. And she's so freaking funny. She's cracking up. And she's wearing a hat tonight. I don't know. She's getting all dolled up tonight. She's coming through.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She's showing me I got the lipstick on. I'm all dressed up. I'm wearing my hat. And I feel like going to church dress, she wants to say. Like going to like attire. Like she's getting all dolled up.
Yeah, definitely. She used to do that all the time for church. She matched everything. The hat matched the bag and the shoes.
That's what she's showing me. I'm like, okay, she's rocking it. Yep. So she likes that. She likes the top 3. And she said she wants me to actually say that to the listeners. Like, she's like, tell everybody, choose 3 things, 3 goals that you have for the year. And she's like, and be serious. Like, don't be like, pie in the sky. She's like, be in your life and the things that you will need, and that definitely will work. She said, and you have to pray. She's yelling. She's like, tell them all they have to pray. Tell them they got to call on Jesus. They got to ask for love. They got to be the love.
That's her. That sounds exactly like her.
Oh my gosh, she's a freaking hoot. She wants to take over the show.
She's like that too now.
Yeah, she's like going at it. Oh my goodness, I love this.
This is too much, huh? She's funny. I love this lady. I really do miss her because I think I picked up so much from her.
Yeah, what's going on with the hair? I'm sorry. She's like, ask her what's going on with her hair. What's going on with your hair?
Well, I wanted to start over. I cut my hair short. Like I cut it all off so I could start all over. And come with something and be more natural. Okay. I colored my hair and everything, so I just wanted to be more natural. She don't like my hair?
But did you have like purple in your hair or something before?
And not purple, but it was more like a reddish color.
Yeah, she's saying no, it was like purple. she's like, yeah, no, I like that. I feel like what you're doing is so much better and more true to who you are. She's like, you're being more true to who you are. every day now.
Yeah. I feel like that. I really feel like, I'm being more true to myself because, I have gray hair.
And what's the tuna sandwich?
Tuna sandwich?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's that?
And I feel like, I don't know, she's showing me a tuna sandwich. That's your favorite? Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. That's why she's showing me the tuna sandwich. It's another way she's confirming it's her, just in case you didn't get it yet.
She's a funny lady, isn't she?
Oh my gosh, she's a hoot. You're just like her, though. You have like that great sense of energy. And the charity for you, what is the charity?
Oh, I just did a charity. I did a turkey run. Okay. And what I did is I collected I did a comedy show, and I got money to give turkeys to families that didn't have it this Thanksgiving. But I wanted them to have not turkeys from that have been frozen for a year at the supermarket. I got them fresh turkeys from a farm because I wanted to help the farmers because they only get people don't understand that they only probably get most of their sales on Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I wanted to help them also while helping the families.
Yeah,
so
she's commending you on your actions of how you are charitable, and that is how abundance comes, is when you're so charitable and you're so giving, and you don't even realize it. She said she doesn't even realize the magic that she's creating, the lives that she's changing in these little moments. And you see them as little, but they're actually gigantic. She said they're very big, and she's actually clapping now. She's doing a little clapping. Yeah. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. She's interrupting. She says, no, I'm not doing a little clapping, Jeannie. I'm giving her a standing ovation. Please tell her that.
Wow. Tell her I said thank you. That's a beautiful thing.
You can tell her. There you go. She's always with you. You can always talk. You know that.
Yeah, that's a really dope thing. I didn't even know that until I started talking to you. You're really dope. Like I like your hair and everything. Like I like that you just let it just be all one color, and now, I feel comfortable now.
People think that I let my hair go. I am actually, I have to tell you, I am high maintenance. I get my hair done. It's actually colored. It is.
Wow.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Thank you. It is more. I color it blonde, but it's more gray in the front, so it has a two-tone, so it has that look like I'm letting it go gray. But I still. Yeah. But I know I mean, it's good. I think people think it's natural, but I guess I shouldn't say that on there. I am a natural girl, right? I'm not. No, whatever. Who gives a crap?
I love it though. I love it. That's what I said. I figured this year, what, I would just, at going into the new year, I would really just be myself. That's why I cut my hair, and I have a lot of grays, actually. I don't call them grays, though. I call them sexy silver.
There you go. I like that, the sexy silver. And what's the song? I'm sorry, she keeps singing the song, reach out and touch someone. Do you know that song?
Yeah, I do. I know that song.
I don't know why she's singing that song.
Reach out and touch. Yeah.
Yeah, and I won't say.
Go ahead.
What is it for?
I'm also collecting pajamas for kids. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That because some kids never even had PJs, so that's the thing I'm doing for the winter. I got a few friends. Nothing big. I'm announcing.
Can you please tell Casey's going to write this down. Tell people where they can send pajamas, because I love that and I want to send pajamas. I had this thing.
That would be dope.
I have this thing with pajamas. Santa every year brought my kids new pajamas and left them on the ends of their bed because Mom and Dad could never afford to get the Christmas pajamas, and so Santa had to bring them, and it was a really big deal. It was the only time of year my kids would get new pajamas.
My gosh, that's great.
I think it's a really important thing, so I definitely want to do the pajama-gram giveaway.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I just got some friends together, and they're all just giving them to me. And I got actually two charities that actually need them, because there's some kids that never even had pajamas. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And it's not far-fetched, you know what I mean? Because it's like that. Some parents don't have that. They just have enough to do what they can do, and that's it. So it's always nice to have new pajamas, for Christmas morning.
All right, so tell us where we can send them to.
You can actually send them to me. You can send them to 55 West Main Street, New Britain, Connecticut, 06051, in care of me, my name, Karina Fort, and unit 506, and I will be collecting them.
Yay.
And I'd also go pick them up, too. I'll actually be out your way this weekend because I have a show. Well, kind of not really out your way, but I can still drive out there and pick them up also.
Okay, so guys, if you are listening, you can either mail those to Karina, the pajamas for kids, or you can drop them off to In Spirit Healing Studio, and you can email me, Jeanne@jeannestreet.com, and we will make sure that we get those pajamas to the kids in need. So that is a really great thing. Thank you, Karina.
Of course. Anything, man. Thank you so much for everything that you do. You know, you're really dope. Like, a lot of people don't know how dope you really are, but I've already told a few people so they listen.
I like that you're calling me dope. What can you give a definition of dope?
Dope means like you're cool. Like, you know, it's almost like saying dope is a street thing for like awesome. Saying you're awesome. You know?
And I use
extraordinary.
You are awesome. Thank you so much for calling in, Karina.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And hey, you have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Happy holidays.
Hey, happy holidays to you also.
All right. We'll talk to you again. Take care.
All right. Yep. Bye-bye.
Oh, she's a crack up.
That, you know, how you always talk about things come together, right? The threads and whatnot. But that part about the charity is like, ties right into this whole thing about abundance.
Because that was my next thing that I was going to talk about was when we are stuck in our own cycle of bullshit, when we can't see outside of our, he's going to do the bleep. He's going to hoot that out. When we can't see outside of what's wrong in our own life, sometimes it's a quick moment of stop, drop, and pray, and then doing for another. It's finding the compassion outside of our home, outside of our current situation, to make a difference, to reach out and help another human being and have, you know, that great compassion. So taking action is really important, not only for our well-being, for our own situation of lack of abundance. It changes everything when we can give, and give, and doing it in a loving way. And it doesn't have to always be material, right? Right. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be by gathering a group of people to say a prayer for somebody that's sick. It can be, you know, reaching out to your friends. Hey, if you have an extra couple dollars, could you buy some pajamas for some kids in needs? It could be anything. It's really...
We cooked a meal really for loaves and fishes on Sunday.
Cook a meal. All right. Donate to your local food bank. A little bit. Any little bit helps. And so that makes room when we talk about energy and we hoard our energy and we think, I don't have enough. And we hoard our energy. Well, all of a sudden, there is no movement. There's no way for new energy to come to you because you're not doing, you're not creating, you're not lending a hand. So you can do it. You clean up your house. You put away your laundry, and then you donate the old coats or old things that you don't any longer need to somebody that needs them. And that's your one step moving forward. It's like, look at that. You create your own wealth by the way you think, the things you do. So let's talk about a nutritional support, how you can take care of yourself, because we're talking about healthy, wealthy, and wise, right? We have to keep all of these together because this is the principle 8, and they go together. So when we're healthy, then it all balances everything. So one of the main things I think is important for our well-being and will lift us up is my favorite, the good old standby green juice. Why? Because it freaking rocks. I was gonna say the F word.
I'm so glad you didn't. And I heard there was an uproar because I was asked to change the owl to an angel when the little swear word goes out, and I heard there was everybody want the owl back.
Yeah, we like the hoot because it's a hoot. So put the hoot back.
Yep, it's coming back.
All right, so let's talk about the supersizing your energy with a green drink, with a green juice. So 2 different things we'll talk about tonight. One, a green juice, which is when you press the juice You press your vegetables, you press the juice out of your vegetables. So it's a juicer rather than a blender. And this will give you a way to get the benefits of all the vitamins and nutrients in your juice into your bloodstream within a 15-minute period. So it's really quick, and that can clean your blood and help you to detoxify as well. A green smoothie, which would be done in a blender, is going to be a little longer because it's got to go through your digestive tract. Really beneficial for detoxing the intestines and the colon and everything. So it works to give you lots of fiber. Both are great things. But when you want to pick up your health and you want a quick lift and you're feeling really down in the dumps and poopy about everything, a green juice will change your life. So my favorite green juice, and let me not forget to tell you that it's an alkalizing. So when we're talking about our well-being, mind, body, and soul, and health, we want to be a more alkaline state of being than an acidic state of being. So remember, we've talked about this before. Being in an acidic state means we're angry, judgmental, we're harsh, our body is then affected, and that's where, illness, disease, acid reflux. And when we're, acidic, things can't move to us. So we want to be in a nice alkaline state. So green juices can help us to be in that nice alkalizing, receiving, loving space. All right, so my favorite is a kale, lemon, apple, celery, and cucumber. And I usually top it with either some fresh ginger, if I can juice it, or fresh turmeric, or I'll use the powder, and a little cayenne pepper because it lifts your energy. So the healing effect of kale as a superfood, it is known as a superfood because it is so green and rich in that color, which you get the sun energy and the earth energy. Perfect, really healing. It's high in fiber, high in iron, vitamin C, vitamin K. It's an antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory. It actually has calcium, and it will aid in detoxing the body. Lemons, which are wholly amazing food for becoming an alkaline state, it has vitamin C, B6, A, E, folate, niacin, calcium, iron, magnesium, zinc, potassium, flavonoids. So it's an anti-cancer. It can help prevent diabetes, constipation. It can help prevent high blood pressure. It improves with your hair and your skin and nails because it's an alkaline food. And it can help to eliminate kidney stones and also gallstones. So lemon juice is amazing for the body. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. There's really not much to say about it because it has so many health benefits. Let's just name a couple. Can help with heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, among a million other things. So an apple a day, perfect. Celery, antioxidant, high in vitamin K, high in vitamin C, B6, and folate, potassium. It actually helps our body with dehydration, and it reduces a bloat. So it will help improve the liver and the skin and your eyes. So really important celery because we don't even realize we don't drink enough. So it will really help to nurture and bring in that water that cleanses our body. Really important. So cucumber, it actually flushes toxins, hydrates, radiant skin, can help with weight loss and stabilizing your blood pressure, amongst tons of other things. But this is my basic green juice, and I drink one every day. At least I try to. And like I said, I'll put a little cayenne pepper on the top. And the reason why cayenne pepper is another, alkalizing food, it brings your energy up. It spikes you up. So you have a feel-good effect if you can tolerate that little bit of heat. Yeah. Another cool thing about cayenne pepper, that if you cut yourself, you can put cayenne pepper on the cut and it will stop the bleeding. Did you know that? But it won't burn your cut.
Really? I had no idea.
No, it won't burn your cut, but it's a well-known trick for chefs and stuff to use in the kitchen. So if you cut yourself a deep cut, it will, because it thickens the blood. Yeah, so it will stop the cut.
I'll have to try that sometime.
Hopefully you don't have to. That's.
I could have used a Sunday. I cut my finger on a pan.
Oh, there you go. So next time you'll pull out the cayenne pepper. Yep. Yeah, so that's all that beautiful, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Working with compassion versus the pity, right? Working with compassion in giving and receiving. Working with our difficult relationships, whether it be a spouse or partner, especially when you're not seeing eye to eye with somebody. Stop. Take a moment and see your part in that. Stop. See where maybe you might be giving your power away, or maybe you're defending your life and you're being too up in the energy, and maybe where you can calm it down. Maybe your attitude, where you can be more in an alkaline state instead of an acidic state. And where you can see that your lessons are there to teach you rather than to hurt you. Right? So, then we'll go to the wise area. Let's talk about the wise. I mean, the wise is your journaling. Your wise is meditating. Your wise is exercising, because these are the things that are going to promote your well-being. They're going to promote your healthy state of bliss. And isn't that what we all want? We all want to have that bliss. And wise is making that good decision of who we're hanging out with, where are our friends, and what is that circle, and are we giving to that circle? Are we nurturing our friendships? So that's a wise thing. We can't expect a relationship to serve us if we're not giving it anything. We teach people how to treat us. We teach them how to take care of us. And if we're not taking care of us, then nobody will. Yeah. And nobody will. And there it is. That's where I'm at. So let's talk a little bit about what I have going on over at the studio. Monday, we're doing a little holiday party, and we would love for you to come and join us and have a little cheer. And by a little cheer, I mean a little non-alcoholic cheer. But we're going to have some, food, and we're going to just hang. And I'm charging a little bit at the door. So you can buy tickets in Spirit Healing Studio or at the door. And the reason we're charging is because we're giving this money to charity. We're raising money for Julia's Wings, which is a local foundation in our area here in Connecticut, that raises money for aplastic anemia. And Heather and Mike Maslin, the parents of Julia, they lost their daughter a few years back to aplastic anemia. So they've started this foundation, and they raise money to help families who have to bring their children or their family members to hospitals, and whether they're helping with medical bills or for hotel stays, but they've helped so many families from this disease and helped them to take care of their bills. It's absolutely incredible. It's really incredible what they've done through grief. And there's another way we can move through with compassion instead of being stuck in the pain and sorrow. So that's what we're going to do over in Spirit. And if you'd love to join us, we'd love to have you. And it's just a simple $20 donation. And if you don't have it, that's fine. We'd still love to have you. We'd still love to, mingle and jiggle with you. Yeah. Perfect. So you can get all the details there over on inspirithealingstudio.com. We also have that group reading, which is an evening with Spirit on December 29th, which is going to be a cool way for you to hang out with your family, your peeps, during the holidays when you got people in town and you want to talk to grandma or, or your uncle or family members or whatever. We can get it together and do that at the studio. Yeah. Fun night. So what type of traditions do you guys have over there for the holidays, Casey?
Well, we go to the Chinese restaurant on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Chinese restaurant.
Because Kathy, does a whole bunch of cooking for Thanksgiving. So, and then I think we're going to go to a movie too.
Okay.
But I want to see
Christmas Day?
Yeah, I want to see Star Wars, but Kathy doesn't want to, so we're going to have to figure it out.
Uh-oh. That's really funny. Yeah, I saw that Star Wars is coming out with that movie. So that's what you guys do on Christmas. That's
How about
fun.
you?
I have birthdays on the 23rd. So my husband and my granddaughter's birthday's on the 23rd, and my son is turning 20. I'm sorry, not 20. He's turning 30 on the 21st. So we're combining everybody on the 23rd, and I'm going to do a big party at the house here.
Nice.
And then Christmas Day, we will have the kids they'll all come for dinner. This year we might actually go to my daughter's in the morning to watch the grandbabies open the gift. So we want to, I don't know, it depends on, I guess, the roads and who's up at the house, because I have, a 21-year-old and a 24-year-old and his girlfriend who will be here. So I did mention to them, hey guys, you want to get up early and we can go over there? And they said yes. So they said yes, and then we'll see what happens during that day, right?
Exciting.
But I think, yeah. So I think it would be an awesome thing. And that's what we're doing.
Cool.
Lots of fun. Yeah. Simple, not too crazy. We don't have to travel, which is nice.
Right. Pray for those that have to travel, because it's usually, it seems like we always tend to get a little snow or something around the travel and holiday, especially for Christmas.
Right. And I have my husband's grandmother's menorah out because she was Jewish, so she wasn't a practicing Jew, but they did the prayers and stuff, but she didn't do the traditional things that most Jewish people do during the holidays. But I have her menorah, and so I have that amongst my Christmas decorations. So I always like to honor her, and and my kids I think all have a menorah at their house too, which is it's just kind of what we do.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. That's what we have this week, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the show. I look forward to again coming to you next week. Coming to you live right here in KBJB Radio. I'm thankful and grateful again for the listeners, for Casey and KJ for building the station and having me here. So make sure you guys find your gratitude, and I know that will help you to make the best of your holidays. So I will see you guys again next week. Same time, same channel. And I know what I know, because angels don't lie. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. This is Jeanne, and I'm out of here.